Well, good evening, everyone from Central Alberta, Canada. My name is Carol Roberts. I'm an officer with Partner Co. And I tell you what, we are absolutely excited beyond words in most cases because we have so much action and traction leading into momentum across what I say coast to coast and beyond. So, welcome to this call. We have people from all over, a great lineup of guests with live testimonies. We have Carmen Luetkenhaus and Ann Fuchs, maybe her hubby Chad as well, I believe. And of course, our special guest speakers, the one and only, we see them often on the IPA, John and Christy OAKEY. And we have a great host tonight. Of course, Ricia Adair, very world renowned, I would say, in the nation of Partner Co. But over 25 years experience, 1 year in the company, already a president, lots of background in networking and also marketing, which really allows her to be not only an amazing presenter, but also a team trainer and, of course, world-renowned bilingual global business. She's number 3, 2024 in the top power rankers, still holds that place with all of the different ranks that are going on leading into this beautiful year, which will be the year that Canada is official. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Risha, and thank you all for being here.
Carol Roberts, the host with the most. You are absolutely delightful, and I congratulate all of your success. Carol is in the top 20 power rankers in the country. So excited about that. We've also got Charlene Harbour on the line with us, one of the top 25 power rankers as well. We got a lot of big powerhouses in the house. Oh my God, I better perform, right? So welcome everybody. My name is Ricia Adair. We're going to get started with tonight's event here right from the beginning in respect of your time. There's a glimpse at who we are hosting tonight, and I'm really excited about the upcoming interview there. Again, my name is Ricia Adair. I am a Canadian. I live in Manzanillo, Mexico, and I'm proof in the pudding that digital businesses work just fine and dandy. In October 2023, we moved into our beautiful dream home, Casa 700 Mangoes in Manzanillo, Mexico. It's a really funny name for a boutique resort, and you're just going to have to come and visit us in one of our villas. I'll have you over for dinner and tell you the funny story of how that name got happened about. But when we saw this property in January of 2023, it looked a lot different from the day we moved in October 17th. The house was unoccupied for several months, and we came upon, well, I don't want to call it a disaster, but it was a work in progress, that's for sure. The pool was filled with algae, the pool pump had collapsed, the jungle next door had overgrown our property, doorknobs were falling off, concrete was falling off and chips off the walls and so on. It was really something, and we had to hurry because our guests were showing up in just a short while. So I saw a parade of tradesmen coming through, and very, very quickly, our small little nest egg completely disappeared right in front of my eyes. But I did learn a lot of Spanish words for construction terms, so that was on the bright side. On the other hand, after becoming broke very quickly in our beautiful dream home, you could see where we live on top of the hill with the blue arrow. And as I would come down the hill, walk the beach, swim the ocean, walk the dog up and down the stairs, no matter how many times I continued, I just realized that I couldn't lose the weight. I guess it's called 60 plus birthday something. Addiction to chocolate and ice cream and all those beautiful desserts that are on hand here in Mexico. And I got quite concerned. So I went to see Dr. Tom, and he said,
Risha,
yes,
we don't have the slides.
No slides.
no slides.
Thank
Well, how
you.
about that? Thank you. Let me come back here. Must be because John's on the line. He's made me nervous. Okay, let's go to a share, shall we? Thank you for jumping in.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, John's a professional television personality. So there you go. I'm nervous, John. So again, there's our house and there's our beautiful beach. And as I was saying, I became very, very unhappy with my chubby situation. I'm going to call it fat. And it became a tough year. I was quite sick for the year. We were broke. There was all kinds of calamities that were happening. So I went to see Dr. Tom, and he said, without a doubt, Ricia, you have a classic case of FFB. You're fat, frumpy, and broke. And I went, Dr. Tom, I'm praying for a miracle. And along came that call on April 22nd from Chris and Joni Budd, the call that changed my life. They told me about the drops. And I said, I need these drops, but I can't afford it. I mean, we were so broke, guys. We had like $60 in the bank. That's how broke we were. And then my thought was, but I need this product. I really need to get myself back in balance. I need to lose some weight. And how could I do this? Well, I stole money out of my massage budget, bought 2 boxes. That's all I could do. Bought 2 boxes, one for me and one to offer to others. Joni had said, Ricia, look at my Facebook page and look at the reaction of me posting testimonies of people that have had countless changes, transformations, weight loss, non-scale wins. The list went on. So I started posting. My first post on April 23rd, I received 19 comments. That was a post of a lady called Kim Gray. And then the second post that afternoon of Michelle, who lost 25 pounds, I got 7 comments. And then the courier came to my door. I took a picture. Mike took the picture of me holding the box with the 2 bottles. And I said, look, my drops have arrived. I'm so excited. I got 59 comments, of which reacted or resulted in 20 customers and 6 new partners joining me in the business. So it works. And I went, wow, well, I'm just going to keep posting, because not only is this a product that's going to be good for me, but it's going to be good to help a lot of people. So that's what I did. I set out and just started posting on Facebook, because I felt if I have something good, I need to share it with others. My goals started to realize very, very quickly. We're talking in a few months. This was the 1-year goal to replace my refrigerator. It actually happened, as I said, in November. The lady in the middle is my maid. We're both celebrating the brand new fridge. Does anybody out there ever had an emotional love affair with an appliance? Because I am so in love with this fridge. We also brought in the paint crews to paint our beautiful home from the white and the boring and all that into bright, beautiful Mexican colors. We rebuilt the pergola. This was a necessary repair. It was starting to collapse to a point of safety concern. All these woods are tropical woods that you need to bring in to prevent termite infestation, as well as something that can endure the sun and the rains. So that was a pretty expensive building. Mike got his brand new motorcycle, pretty excited about that, since he's been riding bikes since he was 16 years old. And then on December 24th, Santa Claus brought us not 1, but 7 small earthquakes over the next few days. Our pool collapsed. We were receiving all kinds of check-ins on January 2nd into our villas. I had to make that phone call to say, hey, we're excited to host you, but guess what? There's no pool. Well, thanks to Partner Co., we were able to expedite a crew to come in. They repaired the pool very, very quickly. And January 14th, we had our new pool celebration party, and we upgraded with lights. So again, I'm not saying this to impress you, but impress upon you that my life has so drastically changed from a financial point of view that we would have probably lost this resort if we had stayed on the small pensions that we are existing on, because owning a house in the tropics is simply just an expensive adventure. Recently, I found out that I qualified to go to Punta Cana. That's coming up very, very soon, in just a few weeks. In fact, I realized that I won 3 trips. The other 2 are about to be announced. And I want to share with you the transition that's happened in my own body. In 13 days, you can see the comparison from the top picture to the bottom row. The inflammation, the excess, it just started to melt off my body. After 3 months, I went from size 16, 18 to a size 9. I feel like a brand new person. I've got my mojo back. I feel sexy again. I feel like I'm 35 years younger, and I'm ever so grateful to this product. And I'm telling you, I don't have acheys. I just want to share this with everybody, because everyone on this call can be healthy and happy and at their goal weight. I want to say thanks to Darren Zobrist and John Wadsworth. They are the 2 individuals that put this company together. A few years ago, they saw a collection of 5 companies, all with a myriad of fabulous, stellar products created by doctors, backed by science, with pure, clean ingredients. And they saw that these companies needed a rescue, especially during COVID years. They put their shekels together and formed partner.co. The reasoning being that we are partner together, partnership marketing, we are simply better together. Over the last few months, I found out a lot about hormonal imbalance, and I had no idea that all these symptoms that I was suffering were direct symptoms of hormonal imbalance. I want you to take a moment now and just look at all these different circles and maybe make a mental check mark beside each one that affects you. Mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, tiredness, and weight gain. I had 7 of these easily ticked off. Anybody over 50 is going to have anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7, some say 10. Well, not to worry, because we have the most amazing products that are going to help you balance your hormones, healthy weight loss, increase your energy, increase your immunity system, reduce inflammation, nutritious products, great athletic products, gut health. Again, too, all backed by science, created by doctors. Speaking of which, Dr. Ray Strand, I want to brag a little about. He's our Chief Medical Officer, written several books, along with Dr. Pena, Brett West, and their scientific team. They oversee over 1,040 annual quality tests, 215 published clinical studies. The quality control that our products undergo is unsurmountable. Dr. Crystal Vance, our Wellness Council President, we'll talk about her in a moment. Kristen White, in charge of our Athletic Council. And Brett West is the senior foremost expert on the Tahitian noni product that I'll introduce to you in a moment. What excited me was that I can build a global business from Manzanillo, Mexico. And in April, I had paid my Wi-Fi bill, so I was good to go. I'm Canadian. Most of my peeps are in Canada, the US, some in Europe, lots in Mexico. So I'm able to build internationally, as you are too. Simply post on Facebook, follow our easy to follow system. Somebody from Italy may say, hey, can I get the drops in Italy? Sure enough, you can. Pull up the Italian flag, send them a link. The European office fulfills the order. Next Friday, you get paid. It's that transparent, no international business licenses, no tax numbers. It is that simple to build an international business. I'm going to quickly cover some of the products that we have. The Skinscarity product was created a few decades ago by a team of dermatologists specifically for problem skin. Marlene was kind enough to share these pictures with us. She had a severe skin condition on her legs. After rolling the Skinscarity on her legs, just for a brief while, her legs were able to return to normal. It's also a great anti-aging product. So if you'd like to look younger, because you're certainly going to feel it with taking our drops, you definitely want to have this product. Another one of my favorites, the Noni Collagen. Again, too, we need to have collagen for that eternal youth, not only for our skin, but for our organs. And the Tahitian Noni, I personally love the Max. It has complemented with Acerola Cherry. The Noni, in my opinion, is the best product that you can take to create a soldier, an army of soldiers that are going to protect you and build your immunity system. It promotes overall health and wellness, a healthy immune system, helps boost energy and endurance, sustains joint health and promote mobility. So if you want to get up and down stairs easier, this is the product for you. It supports a healthy cardiovascular system, helps fight harmful free radicals and protects against oxidative damages, supports mood balancing effects. It is an amazing product. Now comes along our Nutri line. This again was created by doctors for us. The probiotics, in my opinion, the best product in the world, billions of strains of prebiotic, probiotic. It's even designed in a special packaging that it doesn't need refrigeration, that you could take it with you traveling. Healthy gut, healthy body, critically important. Vinali is our best-selling product in China. It was intended for saggy skin, but it's so loaded with vitamin C. It's a great immunity boost. Many of my customers also tell me they no longer suffer from allergy symptoms. The Omega Q, the best of the best for your brain, for your heart. Amplify for increased energy. The optimal M's, optimal V's for your muscles, your eyes, your lungs. Who thinks about taking a vitamin for lungs, right? Well, guess what? We use them every second. So you better look after them. These vitamins are superior. MOA is a product that's right top of my list. It was the second one that I purchased once I received a paycheck in 2 weeks from this company. And this product is loaded with 36 superfoods, all intended to help with inflation, for brain health, for immunity health. And in a very short period of time, I've noticed that the owies in my fingers and my toes and my plantar fasciitis, the pain just disappeared. It disappeared. You can see from this example here, this lady had a swollen foot as a result of a surgery that gone bad. The MOA helped her very, very quickly. If you have any issues with inflammation, joints, elbows, hips, knees, feet, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you put MOA in your shopping cart. Now, this is a good one because every now and then we're going to want to have that bowl of lasagna or that cherry pie. It's Sugar Stop. It's a sugar and carb blocker that blocks a lot of the sugars from going into your bloodstream so you can stay with your low glycemic diet. Slenderies, again, another blend of my favorites. Pure Nourish is my morning breakfast. I put in a scoop of Giving Greens loaded with efficacious greens, including acai berry, goji berry, and cinnamon to make it taste great. The cocoa, I love it in my coffee. I love it with frozen blueberries, with slivered almonds, and I also put it with my shake. We just had a training this morning on the Renew, and I can't say enough about this Fountain of Youth in a box. We have 2 international patents pending on this product. It is the only product, to my knowledge, that is formulated to trigger human growth hormone, HGH production, which, well, we've all heard of raging hormones, that sort of thing, and we connect it immediately to sex hormones. But you know, there's a lot more that our hormones in our bodies do. And the HGH is that aging, the youth hormone, right? And who doesn't want to stay younger and live healthier and feel better? Promotes deeper, more restorative sleep. I think this is the #1 box for everybody on this call that's using this product. And the #2 would be increased libido, stamina, and pleasure. A lot of feedback in that department. It reduces body fat and increases lean muscle. So when you marry this product with the drops, you're going to accelerate your weight loss. It also promotes youthful looking skin and hair. My hair is the longest that it's ever been in my entire life. And it also is going to improve your mood and energy and improve cell regeneration. Absolutely one of the best products that we have in the company. Now let's talk about our flagship product. Over 1 million bottles have been sold over the last 12 years. You will drop twice the weight as diet alone. They were created by a team of doctors, clinically proven. They are all natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone-free. Let's talk what the drops will do for you. It'll curb your hunger and control your appetite. Your brain is going to get a signal that says, stop eating. It's like at Thanksgiving, stop eating now, right? I celebrate that I have released my sugar addiction. No more ice cream for this girl. My sugar cravings are completely gone. The drops are going to help balance your hormones, including the insulin, the ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, leptin, and cortisol, your anxiety hormones. It's going to stimulate your metabolism, so you'll feel increased energy, you'll feel younger, and you'll stay motivated, and it certainly helps with stress and stabilizing. Clinically proven to support your thyroid, maintains healthy blood sugar levels, and many people have come back to say their brain fog is lifted. That, along with the Renew and the elite products that we have, are amazing for brain clarity. I call these drops my magic drops. I love them. I love them. I'm at my goal weight. I'm so excited. And as I say, I feel like I'm 35 years old again. I want to impress upon you that this is not a fad or a diet. It is a lifestyle. We're supposed to drink our water anyway, right? We're supposed to exercise 15 to 30 minutes a day anyway, 5 days a week. Well, combine it with clean eating, proteins, animal proteins, plant-based proteins, all your vegetables, some fruits, healthy fats. You're not going to go hungry. I want to celebrate now all these upcoming testimonials. It just blows me away. I recently saw Jane in Victoria, and she's actually down 50 pounds now in just a short while. James Laponce, my goodness, the guy on the right looks like a younger version of the brother on the other side. Dr. Crystal Vance, she lost an entire person. She struggled with weight her entire life. She lost all that weight over 6 years ago, and she still is vibrant and thin. Tracy Morelli out of West Virginia, our bikini queen. Athletes have increased performance with our products. Katie in her 30-day transition. Maggie Schaubel from Washington State. You can see the changes. Pictures paint 1,000 words. Julie Park. Julie was a very sick girl before she started the drops. And along with the drops, not only did she have a whole lot of weight loss, but a lot of non-scale wins. So she's extremely, extremely healthy now and super successful with our company. April out of Oklahoma. Again, she looks like a younger person. Everyone looks so much younger when they release that inflammation. The Hublers actually own a physical therapy clinic in Richmond, Ohio. Joshua, he completely tore apart the science on our product to ensure that it was all there before he recommended it to his clients. They have a family of 5. You can see in their pictures how much weight themselves have lost and how much healthier they look. And again, too, very successful with our company. They jumped to senior officer in just 4 months. Sheila, wow, there wasn't a dry eye in the house when she was sharing her testimonial after going through chemotherapy and radiation. She got her health back in a big, big way, said goodbye to 25 pounds, and she has life again. Chris Bailey, not too long ago, was telling us on our call about having Lyme disease and having impossible solutions in the avenues he was researching until he found the drops. Selena Kirby, her A1C numbers balanced out, her BP numbers, she lost a whole bunch of weight and she looks a whole lot younger and healthier. Ashley and Reese Rowland are Aunt Lee, some of my favorite people. Ashley celebrates that she no longer suffers from the menopausal symptoms, the night sweats, the hot flashes, the anxious moments. Reese released his addiction to Dr. Pepper and to his box of Oreo cookies every night. And these guys, basically, Ashley started the drops just to lose 15 pounds, and their lives have completely changed, having a huge international business now. She was able to quit her full-time job and just celebrate working her partner co-business. Penny Toner, my dear, dear friend, the lady on the left, that was last July. She was suffering greatly from colon cancer and several operations that went really south on her. She had little desire to be happy anymore. And the girl on the right, she did say yes to the drops. The girl on the right is 2 months later. So I'm so happy that she's on her road to recovery. Jerry Wyndham, good friend of mine, not only did he lose 12 pounds, but he lost the shakes. And when my husband heard this call, he said, you know what, Ricia? I've lost my shakes too, and my acid reflux, and my migraines. Everyone has a story, so many non-scale wins. Here we've got Colleen Bradham, again, friends of Christy and John from Omaha, Nebraska, and look at the difference in her pictures. What an amazing change in this young lady. Rachel had a hard time shedding the baby fat until she found the drops, went from 202 to 170 pounds. And Brenda Trakowski, she lost a whole bunch of weight, well over 90 pounds. She celebrates being young again. Brenda Barbara out of Maryland, showing off her little chubbiness there. Now she's dancing around in size 8, so happy. Valerie St. Jack, she's our Canadian poster girl out of Victoria. She's lost a whole lot of weight. I want to share with you now the advantage where the drops are going to promote overall weight loss. Advantage is going to accelerate the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and hips. And this is what Dr. Strand has to say. Weight gain around the middle is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to visceral fat as killer fat. I want to share with you, I was just at my eye doctor in Canada. My mom had macular degeneration. He continues to do tests to make sure that we're staying on top of that for me. He brought out the do nots, and guess what? The do nots were fatty foods, sugars. The must do's are exercise, water intake, clean eating. So what we're talking about here is not only about tightening up your belt a few notches, it's about your overall health in your entire body, including your vision, because nobody wants to have macular degeneration and lose their eyesight. The advantages to this product are going to increase calories burned by 10 times, so you get leaner and faster, helps reduce that stubborn visceral fat to slim waist and hips, helps increase metabolism so you burn more calories, activates fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue, and helps prevent weight regain following weight loss. Now let's go to some live testimonies. Really excited to hear Karma's story. Karma is from Wahoo, Nebraska. I love that. Wahoo, I just love that. Karma Luetkenhaus, are you in the house with us tonight?
I am, yeah. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me and asking me to jump on here with everybody from all over. Yeah,
Well,
Wahoo, Nebraska.
Wahoo, Nebraska. I love that. We're going to have to go through town riding a horse or something. I just love that. Wahoo, Nebraska. So, John and Christy introduced you to us and said, you really need to be on the call and tell your story. How did you get introduced to the drops? And my goodness, just by seeing that picture, you have gone through a huge transition. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Tell us, Karma. Tell us your story.
Thank you. So actually, next week, April 11th last year, was when I was introduced to the drops, and a friend of mine, Gina, Mike and Gina, were having a drop talk, and I went with my daughter and my husband, and we sat and listened. And I, like you, I didn't have the money to buy the drops at that time, so I went and donated plasma for a couple weeks until I got the money. And then when I started, I was upset with myself that I didn't just find the money right away, because like the first day I could definitely, I mean, appetite was immediately, and then day two, which I have always had just a horrible addiction with sweets. And day two, I noticed the sweet cravings were gone. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is it. Because I've been trying for 7 years to find different programs like we all have, right? With different, what am I going to do for weight loss? And I don't, yeah. And I felt like I was in it alone and just flying solo. And then when I met people in this company, they're just so amazing. And the company is truly better together. And there's just such a great support system and calls like this and all these wonderful people that you feel like, you know what, gosh, I mean, they've been in it a year. I've been in it a year. We're all at different, platforms or whatever, but gosh, so my mood was better. I slept better. I haven't had acid reflux in a year, which it was getting really bad. I was having some GI issues. Let's see, what else? Oh my goodness. Just mental clarity, anxiety was really bad. And the other day, I actually had a nervous stomach. I got a nervous stomach over something, and I'm like, oh, it like stopped me in my tracks, because I'm like, I haven't had a nervous stomach more. I could probably count them on like 5 times in the last year. So I don't know. I love it. I've had great results. There was no way I was gonna share it or sell it or anything, but all you have to do is just be around this community and, like, hey, this is something I really wanted to be a part of. And I get to talk about my health and listen to what other people, how it helps their health, and just the wonderful people that I've met. And yeah, I'm just so blessed to be here. And yeah, thanks for asking me to share my story.
Wow, so many non-scale wins. I love that.
Yes.
Love it, love
Yeah.
it. So what size were you and what size did you end up with?
I was size 16, 18. And I've lost 43 pounds. I guess I forgot to say that and all the other excitement. Yeah, size 16, 18, I've lost 43 pounds. And so now I'm like an 8, a size 8.
Wow.
I
And when was
know,
the
I
last
know.
time you were a size 8?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's
It's
been
been
a
a while.
while. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get to go re-shopping in your closet, but also, maybe go buy a couple new things here and there. So it's fun.
That's one of the side effects. You get to go shopping, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I was in Vancouver talking and using my hands, and my wedding rings went flying across the room. And I said, "Oh, that's another side effect. You got to get your rings resized." Karma, you were
Yeah.
an absolute delight to talk to tonight. Thank you so
Oh,
much for sharing your story with us. Please
thank
tune into
you.
our call anytime.
Thank you. Yeah, I will.
Wow. So again, too, now that we've met beautiful Karma, you can see the difference in her transformation. It is just so fantastic to hear these stories. Now we've got a couple of other great stories coming up, again from Nebraska. My dear friend Ann and her husband Chad, you can see the difference. I just want you to focus on their pictures for a minute because we've really got some people that have gone through incredible transformations. Hi, you guys. Hi, Chad. Hi, Ann.
How are you?
Oh, super. Thank you so much for being on the call.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so who wants to go first? What about you, Chad? You want to go first?
Sure. So started the journey a year ago in March. I am currently up to 88 pounds lost. My beautiful bride here is the one that went ahead and found the drops for us and helped us. I was on 9 medicines at the time, metformin being one for being diabetic, and she was worried about me. And I was a three little Debbie a day type of guy, if you know the little cellophane cakes, and I was sugar overloaded. But it's been the best thing ever for me. I'm currently only on 2 medicines, 2 blood pressure medicines, and I was actually on blood pressure medicine for a very long time. So I don't know if I'll ever get rid of those. I am no longer diabetic. Um, Went from a size 44 down to a size 32, and I couldn't be happier. And I'm so grateful that Ann found this wonderful product for us, along with the wonderful business as well. So it's been wonderful. So
Wow, what an amazing story, Chad. We celebrate your health and your
thank you.
new transformation, your new pant size, all of that. It's so fun. Okay, Ann, you're up. My goodness, lady, you look a whole lot different from the chubby girl in the picture there.
Right. So yeah, Chad, as he said, I was the one who saw our friend posting, and I originally was just wanting to lose 10 pounds before our son's wedding coming up in June. Um, I had thyroidism, never hypothyroidism, never felt like myself, was constantly going into the doctor telling him I didn't feel like myself, had no idea the drops would be solving so many of those health issues for myself as well. I was just had myself convinced if I could drop 10 pounds, right? Here I am 75 pounds later, and literally, like, I feel like I have my life back. It's incredible to feel like yourself again. The brain fog is gone. The gosh, all the non-scales. I'm trying to think of everything. Just the motivation you have again to want to do things. I mean, absolutely everything. But the biggest win lately I went dress shopping for that upcoming wedding, and I'm in a size 2. So I've gone from a
Size
size
2?
10, 12 to a size 2 formal dress.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
gosh.
I am ecstatic over that. My senior prom dress was a size 4, and I am back in that. It's in my closet. But my mother of the groom dress is a size 2. So I'm
Wow.
definitely in cloud 9 over that. Yeah,
That is absolutely amazing. Ann and Chad, I celebrate your success and I want to see those wedding pictures. I want to see you in that beautiful dress.
definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
absolutely. This is very exciting. And I got married not too long ago. I sure wish I had the drops. Every bride, every mother of the bride, mother of the groom, we all, there's wedding shows out there.
Mhm.
Let's just get out and tell the world about this, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you so much for being on the call tonight. It's
Thank you for
always a
having
pleasure to
us.
host you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing story. I host these calls twice a week, and that's 6 people that I get to interview. And every single time we're loaded with non-scale wins, life-changing experiences, and weight loss celebrations. Wow, size 2, Ann, I'm so happy for you. So, as a guest on the call, you're probably wondering, okay, I'm going to give these drops a go. There's a first option that you could be a customer and buy retail, right? But you don't want to do that because you could get better value by being a brand partner. And let me explain. You will share this with others because people will look at you and say, "Oh my God, Ann, what are you doing? Chad, what are you doing? Yeah, Karma, you look amazing." And we just tell others about it. It's that simple. So for $29.95 one-time USA membership or $37.95 plus tax in Canada, you're going to get everything you need Should you want to build a business? Well, my goodness, we've got the training for you, the back office, teaching, everything that will be there for you to be able to share a website, international website at that, and also being able to track the money that you make by sending customers to this company, because they like to pay us for doing their advertising for them. And again, too, depending on your own sales, business skills, ability, and personal application, I'm going to throw in passion and desire is going to determine your level of paychecks with our company. Let's talk about how to turn drops into profits. Again, too, we are one of the fastest growing network marketing companies on the planet, specifically because we have a system of growth, and we're going to share that with you in a minute. First of all, by being a brand partner, you're able to enjoy 30% in retail profits. So right out of the gate, you're able to get 30% off on your own purchases. And also by sharing the products with others, you're going to be able to make that 30% margin. In the United States, a good idea to get started is a 4-pack for $371. How about keeping one box for yourself, selling the other 3? If you sold it at $167 selling price, regular retail is $176, so you can go anywhere in that range. You're making a profit of 222 boxes, and again, getting your product for free. When you purchase a 10-pack, it actually comes lower in unit cost, so your profits increase. In Canada, we have a 4-pack for $465. Same thing, keep a box for yourself, share the other 3, and you're looking at profits around $240. Your ideal goal is to get to top pay, and top pay is what we call ultimate. And by getting to top pay, it's either moving enough boxes, let's say roughly 30 boxes. You're looking at anywhere from $2,500 to $2,700 profits in your first month. And there's many, many, many people who have done this. And again, it's simply by sharing our testimonials on Facebook. With social media, which is the way to go nowadays, I'm living proof. I'm here in Manzanillo, Mexico, building an international business. There's an international market waiting for you too by turning on your social media. What you're looking at here is a screenshot of Boards. It's an app that you download on your phone, and inside the Boards app is like a filing system in the cloud. Under social media week 1 are all the testimonies that you're going to post from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the same thing with week 2, week 3. When people have questions, just go under the tab text scripts for drops, and all the answers are there. So it's a simple plug and play, copy and paste. It's that simple. That's why we're so successful, because anyone can do this. This was a recent post that I did. Rick and Crystal had lost collectively 210 pounds. Do you think that didn't get all kinds of results? Oh my goodness, right? People were commenting, I want this product. And that's what quickly happens. So first of all, to be eligible to make commissions, you're going to want to activate your position with 200 points. In a product business, every item has a point value. Again, the 4-pack in Canada is 200 points. The 4-pack in the US is 200 points. Sweeten it up a little bit with Renew, because Renew is, again, one of the best products married up to the drops, and you'll have the best sleeps ever. A 4-pack plus Renew in Canada is 629 Canadian, 270 points, or in the US, it is 278 points, $476. And in the United States, you have the advantage of getting 10, 20, or 30 packs. The more packs you buy collectively, the lower your unit cost, the higher the profits. So a 30-pack, which I would recommend, is the ultimate option. Your initial investment is $2,300, but you're looking at profits of $2,710, which could be very quickly in your first month. Your unit cost is only $77. So when you look at the return on the investment, the 30-pack is the way to go. We Canadians wish we had 30 packs here, but you know what? If you look at a brick and mortar business, you can't even get a website built for $2,710 or $2,300, and yet you could be in the profits very, very quickly. In Canada, there's all kinds of different kits that we can help you put together, again, to various products that you can enjoy for yourself, for your personal use, and extra inventory to be able to share with others. We were voted the best compensation plan in the industry, and I know other people say we have the best. Well, guess what? We have the proof. Business for Home has compiled the top direct selling compensation plans in the world, and Partner Co came out #1 hands down. We are paid 9 different ways. We already talked about the retail profits, where you're going to enjoy 30% off in retail sales. And now you look at a situation like Mary, who comes along and says, I want to become a brand partner. I'm going to pay my $29.95. I'm going to buy 2 10-packs. This Mary lives in Illinois. And instantly, if you were a 4-pack person activated at the 15% new volume bonus level, you would make $150 commission on Mary's purchase. If you were at Ultimate, that would be double, $300 you would make on that particular sale, because you're at the top pay position. So again, I can't stress enough, let us help you get to top pay, to the ultimate position, as quick as possible. You're going to want to enjoy 100 points of product, either sell or purchase, every month, every 4 weeks, so you can maintain your position to stay qualified for commissions and to learn lifestyle credits. Every Friday, we get paid, and in addition to the new volume bonus that I just discussed, we also get what is called base pay. Base pay is based on a formula of the activity of your team. When your base pay is $250 or more in a given week, they put 15% aside to be in your savings account bonus. When that 15% collects up to $10,000, you're going to get that magic phone call, and the company is going to celebrate, the bells go off, and the following Friday, you're going to get your 10,000 US dollars. For the Canadians on the call, yes, it is US. Recently at an Orlando convention, there were several people on stage celebrating. Chris and Joni, the people that introduced me to the company. They are, by the way, #1 in Canada. They live in Costa Rica. And again, they're building a digital business as well. They unlocked their 10,000 in 8 months. We have the Wyndhams, who recently unlocked theirs. Reese and Ashley, who recently unlocked theirs. Kim Grace celebrating with her family. In addition, we also get paid lifestyle credits for everything we do with this company. When we purchase our monthly subscription, when we sign up a new customer, sign up a new brand partner, when we rank advance, the company sends us lifestyle credits, and those lifestyle credits can be cashed in. This group cashed it in for a beautiful trip to Tahiti in 2024. There's another group that was able to go to Bahamas in July 2024. Coming up, as you know, is the Punta Cana trip. There's probably 400 people going on this trip, which is very exciting. It's going to be a great reunion in the Dominican Republic. And shortly after that, in June, will be the Bali trip. So again, you can cash in your lifestyle credits and be able to celebrate and have fun on 5-star princess vacations, right? At the recent convention, there was over 800 people on stage out of 2,100 people in the crowd. So over a third of the people in the crowd did that magic dance across the stage. Now I want to bring forward friends of mine. I just love these 2 guys. They are absolutely amazing. John has been in the TV as a news anchor for 32 plus years. He's retired 2 years ago to focus on this business. Christy owns a healthcare company, and they are very, very successful. They're number 13 power ranker in USA and 25th in the world. And they're so super helpful. They're always helping us train and learn and share. Just love them to pieces. Hey, John. Hi, Christy.
I think it's just going to be me. We have still 4 kids at home. We have 1 kid who's just having some issues tonight. So Christy's being a mom right now and taking care of her. So you're stuck with me.
Hey, I'm really happy to see you, John. Thank you so much for being on the call. So, John, first of all, let's talk about how you got interested and introduced to this group of products. Tell us, what is your background?
Yeah, first of all, shout out to my teammates there, Karma and the Fuchs. Aren't they not awesome? And their transformation is just inspiring, especially to me as someone who still needs to, I need to get a little more serious about what I'm doing. So when we first found out about the drops 11 years ago, they've been around for 12 plus years. The drops have been around. 11 years ago, we just stumbled upon it. We're on a cruise, met people who were on an incentive trip. That they had lost some weight. We needed to lose weight. And so that's how we started. And then quickly found out that just by sharing what we were going to be doing and the excitement about trying these products, we got other people to sign up. And then we started all of a sudden realized you could make some money doing this. So we did this part-time for about 8 years. And it really was when I finally retired from my television career 2.5 years ago that I went full-time. I mean, Christy's almost full-time, but she does own a company, has about 30 employees, so she's pretty busy, but still weaving that into our life. And it's been a whirlwind. It's been exciting. It's been just life changing for us. And then just seeing people like you saw two of them, three of them tonight, right? The Fuchs and Karma, just being able to help them change their health, and then also start making some gains in the financial side of it as well. It's just been really rewarding.
Wow. Isn't it fabulous? Because who is once a stranger now becomes a best friend as you partner together,
Amen.
right?
Yeah,
It's so
100%.
fun. And we become family. I mean, we spent some time in Salt Lake City together, and Ann and I and some of the other girls hung out, and now we're best friends for life, right? It's just the best. So John, I heard Christy's story before. Share a little about Christy's testimony because she had some real stuff going on there.
Yeah, so so we have 6 kids, 2 biological, 4 that we've adopted. And so, like most women, you gain the weight. She really struggled putting it back on. She's had some fibromyalgia. She's had some other different, different just things going on in life. Just really helped and just really weighed her down, literally. She just really trying to shake her weight and just aches and pains, bursitis. I mean, she's just a mess. And then finding the products really helped her. And then really, she got, we both lost 40 pounds, 11 years ago. And then life creeps up on you, right? Probably, I don't know, let's see, probably 7 years, probably now 3 years ago, started creeping up for both of us. Our kids are active. So, we went from making really good choices to being at ballparks and soccer fields and running to fast food and just to, get some food in us and making bad choices. So that weight's crept back up. Krista right now, though, since December is down 33 pounds. She also threw in the Advantage, which is our new product. We were testers on that before, and she was more serious about it than I was. And she's down 33 pounds since then. So she's really taken it to a whole nother level right now. So she's doing great. I need to step my game up because we are going to Punta Cana here in 3 weeks. So I need to kind of lose a little bit more before we head out to the beach. But it's just been a game changer on the health side of just the different products we have, whether it's the drops, MOA, any of the Nutrify line of supplements. It's all of them just been a game changer for us.
Absolutely. It's a gift. It's such a gift. Let's talk about Punta Cana. Have you been on any other incentive trip with Partner
Yeah,
Co?
I sure have. Our very first year, we won a trip to Hawaii, and then
Nice.
just last year we were in the Bahamas. So about this time last year.
Okay, so let's talk about that because we've been on vacations, right? And sometimes you buy the package deals and all that. Let's compare if John and Chrissy were buying a trip as compared to Partner Co treating you to a trip. Tell us about it.
So yeah, so they do a great job. I mean, they spoil you. They do it. They go all out. Expect if you're going, they'll get you some swag. You get some nice kind of probably Dominican Republic Partner Co swag. And this one will be unique too because it is actually all inclusive. So you just have you could part of your flights is covered if you wanted to, or you could pay for your own way down there. But everything else is covered. They'll have all the restaurants. Usually, we'll do a welcome dinner. We'll do like a breakfast meeting, and then we'll do a farewell dinner. So in between, that's just you. That's free time. This is the time you get to just socialize with people, connect with people, meet new people you have seen at PXP or seen on a Zoom, but haven't had that connection, right? I've seen Ricia on the IPAs forever, right? But in Salt Lake, I actually have to sit down with her and talk to her and hug her, and just start building that relationship. So on a trip like this, that's what you really get to do. And they try to carve out as much time as possible so you can have those opportunities and just celebrate you and celebrate your team's success. We're going to have 2 teammates with us, so that's exciting. And just be able to celebrate those people who, had a great year and earned this trip.
Wow, fabulous. I can hardly wait. I get to hug you guys again in Punta Cana. This is so
That'd be
exciting.
great.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing overall? First of all, your favorite products. What are your two?
Oh my gosh.
Let's go 3. Your top 3.
Okay, so I am a product of the product. Christy would say I'm a product hog. But for sure, I would say the 3 for sure. It's going to be Vinali. So Vinali for me is we talked about in Asia it's for skin. For me, it's lungs, it's allergies. Okay, so I'm in Nebraska. There's a lot of things kick up around this time of year. So for me, it's allergies, Vinali. MOA. I've been on MOA for 11 years. Great for inflammation, knee pain gone. It's been outstanding. And then I'd probably say Rejuvenex. Although I really like Renew right now, but probably Rejuvenex because I've never been a coffee drinker really. So when I was doing TV news, I was an early morning anchor. So I'd wake up at 2:00 in the morning. I really got very little sleep. And so I was taking caffeine pills to help me be happy John in the morning. And I was grumpy John in the evening. So I found Rejuvenex, started taking that. Great, had no caffeine fall off, no headaches, no jitters, none of that. Just nice even keel, focus, mood boost. So I would say those. Although I'd like the Renew right now too.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. John, I have never been with a company that every single product is a favorite.
Yeah, I know it's true. I mean, I probably use 90% of what we have.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we only have 23 in Mexico, so I use them all night. I smuggle some in from Canada too.
We won't tell anybody.
Yeah, exactly. So this is exciting. So what is your favorite thing about the business?
I love helping people. So when I left TV, we were number one in our morning show. I've been there at that station for 27 years, and we're doing really well. And when people were like, "You're retiring, I was 53. You're too young to retire." I said, "Yeah, but I'm one tired of waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I just really lost my passion on the news side. I love this. And even when I've been doing this for 11 years, just part time, and just even when I'd be sitting there on the set during commercials, I'd be responding to people, because we'd be putting out information and stuff. But this is before we had boards, but we'd be putting stuff out and trying to get people's attention. But I love the ability to help people, whether that's like the Fuchs losing all that weight they did, or that transformation that Karma has, or helping them make some extra money, helping someone who's been struggling or can't go on nice vacations. Now all of a sudden making 2, 5, 1,000 bucks extra a month is a life changer. And that's rewarding, seeing people to be able to do that. And I just love that our company, as proof right here, I'm not financially connected, Risha, at all, that we help each other. That's our culture, that we reach across, the lines. We're going to help anybody out that needs the help. And I love that we do that in our company. It's refreshing, and it's just rewarding, because we're having a lot of people come into our company right now from different places, and they're blown away that we share, that we help each other out, and we're not financially connected.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love that as well too. I've been in the industry for 25 years. In some cases, we were prohibited from
Yeah.
connecting with other lines. It's crazy. Okay, so now you've met John Wadsworth and Darren Zobrist more than once.
Yep.
And you came from before. So along comes these two spunky guys that are your new leadership, the new captains at the helm. What is your overall impression of our new owners of Partner Co?
Yeah, so I knew John just a little bit, because he was a brand partner, selling with Miranda, selling to Shinoni. So I know him a little bit. So Darren did not know him at all. I just heard he had a business background. So that makes you a little nervous, right? Does he really know this industry? What does that look like if you're just a business guy and not knowing how this industry works? Because our industry is unique. So 2 years ago, I guess it was 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah, I guess it was 2 years ago. I went to Destin for an event there, and that was when those guys had really just had taken over probably the previous 6 months, and he was going to be at this Destin event. I got to go have dinner with him and Todd Rowland, and really just heard his story. And I was because I really had to find out for myself, because when we made this transition, it took us about 6 months to recover from it. We took a financial hit. We had people leave our team. It was a struggle, and then just trying to get our belief back, right, after some changes that had happened. But getting to meet him, sit down with him, hear his story, and just, boy, you just sensed what a great, not business, I mean, just a great person he is. Just a genuine, great person. And then you hear his story about his background in business and how he's just made this multi-million dollar, fishing business, and sold it to Bumblebee Tuna for all gobs of money. Like, this guy knows business. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to run a business and really make it efficient. And so I'm like, I think this is going to work. And they have done everything we've asked of them. I'm on the Partners Council. This is our second year, and they really listen to the field. They'll come to us with ideas. We were in Puerto Rico for our annual meeting last year. They had some ideas that they wanted to do for Black Friday. And we said, that's not going to work, because we're in the field. We know what works, right? We know how it's going to affect the field and how it'll make the money or not make the money. So, and they were on the fly. They made changes, right? A lot of companies don't do that. And so I just appreciate that they do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I've met them a few times, and I'm super, super impressed with the integrity and the sincerity. And their families are very, very involved. John, I want to say thank you so very much for being on our call tonight. Please let Christy know she was very deeply missed.
Got it.
And thank you again for your leadership. We enjoy your voice on the IPA calls. You've got that voice for TV, John.
And the face for radio.
Yeah, and voice for radio, right? Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure as always. And thank you for bringing your team on board to share their stories with us tonight.
Well, thanks for having them on. We appreciate it.
I'll see you in Punta Cana.
Can't wait.
Wow, another great story. Great, great couple. Love hearing from John and Christy each time. So, how will you know what these products will look like and feel for you? Well, we heard from everybody. You'll have more energy, you'll sleep better, better sleep, better tomorrow, right? Improved mood, increase in libido. That could be pretty sexy. Reduction in inflammation, weight and inches lost. You're going to start getting into those skinny jeans and feeling pretty darn good about yourself. Look at size 2 formal dress. Wow. Better elimination, digestion, the brain fog ceases to lift. And I don't care who you are, if you're over 40, you got brain fog, and just enjoy our products to get that clarity back. Boosting your immunity system. I live in the land of FOP, fresh off the plane. People are coming with all kinds of bronchial diseases and viruses. And you know what? I'm super, super healthy throughout the whole thing. And just an overall sense of well-being. You feel joyous. You really do feel good on these products. So coming full circle, I want you to have a look at this page again and imagine the people out there that you know, your coworkers, your brother-in-law, your cousins, your family, your sister, your girlfriend, your friend's husband. All of us have hormones out of balance, every single one of us. And we have something that can change their lives. Every single person on this call that's involved with our products, their lives, they could give you an amazing testimonial, just like all 3 testimonials that we heard tonight. So in closing, are you a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4? You don't want to be a 1. That's the guy that wants to buy retail. I'm from Winnipeg. Nobody buys retail. What about wanting the drops and becoming a brand partner customer so you can get best value? That's a good possibility. But what about getting on this health and wealth train and riding it with us? Who would be like to be a 3? If you're a 3, put number 3 in the chat for me. And if you're a 4 who wants to get on this health and wealth train and ride it big all the way to the top, I want to see the 4s coming into the chat. It's pretty easy. You can live the dream, have that time freedom, a body that you love again. Size 2 formal dress. Wow, that's amazing. And financial stability, community of friends. As John mentioned, we all work cohesively together. It's just so fabulous. Luxury experiences. This is truly Partner Co. I'm so grateful. I say thanks to God every day. Enrolling is easy. It's as little as 1, 2, 3. Let us help you choose a kit, become a brand partner, and we can help you on that road to ultimate very, very quickly. I want to say thank you to our guests, John OAKEY, Carma Luetkenhaus, Ann and Chad. Thank you so much. And Carol Roberts, my beautiful co-hostess, and all of the brand partners who regularly support the call. And I want to say thank you to the guests for hearing this information for the first time. We're going to open it up for Coffee Clutch. If anyone wants to hang around for a little bit of a chat, about 10, 15 minutes. If any of the guests have questions, we'll certainly be here to answer your questions for you. And again, I want to thank everybody for being on this beautiful Monday night call.